in southern Telangana. Established in 2008 as a state university by upgrading the postgraduate center of Osmania University at Mahbubnagar, Palamuru University has evolved into a vibrant center of academic excellence, innovation, research and community engagement. Spread across a lush 171-acre eco-friendly campus, the university offers an inspiring environment where modern infrastructure blends harmoniously with nature, empowering thousands of students to realize their dreams and contribute meaningfully to society. Academic excellence. With 5 campus colleges, 3 constituent postgraduate centers and an extensive network of affiliated colleges, Palamuru University offers quality education across a wide spectrum of disciplines including arts and sciences, commerce, management, education, pharmaceutical sciences, engineering and law. The university nurtures intellectual curiosity through undergraduate, postgraduate and doctoral programs that combine academic rigor with practical learning and research excellence. Palamuru University Vice Chancellor Professor G. M. Srinivas regularly interacts with students, providing valuable guidance on academics, skill development, higher education and career opportunities. His interactions motivate students to achieve excellence and prepare for successful professional careers. He also conducts frequent visits to ongoing development works across the university campus and constituent colleges to ensure quality and sustainability. Additionally, he reviews facilities at the Central Library, engages directly with students to understand their academic needs, and promotes the enhancement of e-library resources, journals, and research facilities. Faculty. At the heart of every great university are its teachers. Palamuru University is proud of its distinguished faculty. Dedicated academicians, accomplished researchers, and committed mentors who inspire students to think critically, innovate fearlessly, and excel professionally. Campus colleges. Each campus college is equipped with modern classrooms, auditoriums, and specialized facilities designed to provide students with an engaging and future-ready learning experience. University PG College offers 19 postgraduate programs and 1 undergraduate program, including MA, MCom, MSc, MBA, MCA, and a 5-year integrated MSc Chemistry program with the multiple entry and exit options. The college has modern laboratories, experienced full-time faculty, and classrooms. University College of Education offers the Master of Education program. It provides auditorium for awareness programs, academic events, and viva voce examinations. University College of Pharmaceutical Sciences offers B.Pharmacy and postgraduate programs in pharmaceutics, regulatory affairs, and pharmaceutical analysis. Students learn through well-equipped laboratories and the guidance of qualified professionals. University College of Engineering offers B.Tech programs in computer science with artificial intelligence and machine learning, and computer science with data science. The college provides laboratories, workshops, computer facilities, and an auditorium. University College of Law offers a 3-year LLB program and a 2-year LLM program in intellectual property law. Its facilities include an auditorium and a mock court for practical legal learning. Constituent colleges. PG Center Kolhapur offers postgraduate programs in MA, MSW, MSc, MBA, MCom and Telugu, supported by experienced teaching and non-teaching staff. Separate hostels are available for boys and girls. PG Center Vanaparthi offers postgraduate programs in MA and MSc PG Center Gadwal offers postgraduate programs in MA, MCom, MBA and MSc. The center provides laboratories, separate hostels for boys and girls and a basketball court. Student life. Life at Palamuru University extends far beyond classrooms. The campus offers a vibrant ecosystem where students learn, create, compete and grow. From the state-of-the-art central library housing over 1 lakh volumes to digital learning resources, language training, competitive examination coaching, skill development platforms under PM Usha and comprehensive healthcare facilities, every aspect of student development receives focused attention. Sports.
Thank you very much. Before we proceed to invite the guest onto the dais, I request, ladies and gentlemen, please put your mobile phones to silent mode or switch off. May I now request everybody to give a big round of applause while I inviting the guest onto the dais. May I now invite Professor G.N. Srinivas Garu, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Palamuru University, onto the dais to grace the occasion. I request Dr. Praveena Madam, convener of the conference, to welcome Vice Chancellor Sir with a floral bouquet. Thank you, sir. With a great respect and privilege to invite esteemed chief guest, Sri Jupalli Krishna Rao Garu, Honorable Minister for Prohibition and Excise, Tourism and Culture and Archaeology, Government of Telangana, to grace the occasion. We welcome you, sir. I request Dr. Madhusudan Reddy, OSD to Vice Chancellor and the convener of the conference, to welcome the chief guest with a floral bouquet. May respectfully invite Professor Khaja Altaf Hussain Sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Mahatma Gandhi University, Nalgonda, onto the dais. I request Professor Chandrakiran Sir to welcome the Honorable Vice Chancellor with a floral bouquet. Thank you, sir. With a great privilege, I invite Professor Shashikant S. Udikar, Vice Chancellor of Gulbarga University, onto the dais. We welcome you, sir. I request Professor Kishore to welcome Honorable Vice Chancellor with a floral bouquet. I respectfully invite Professor Surya Dhananjaya Madam, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Veeranari Chakali Ailamma Mahila University, onto the dais to grace the occasion. We welcome you, Madam. I request Dr. Rajkumar to welcome Madam with a floral bouquet. With a great respect, I would like to invite Registrar Professor Mallesham Sir of Veeranari Chakali Ailamma Mahila University onto the dais. I request Dr. Anuradha Reddy to welcome Sir with a floral bouquet. It is privilege to welcome Professor P. Ramesh Babu Garu, Registrar, Palamuru University, onto the dais. I request Dr. Shantipriya to welcome sir with a floral bouquet. May I have the privilege to invite Shri Sudhendra Prasad Kushwa, Registrar of Vinoba Bhave University, onto the dais to grace the occasion. We welcome you, sir. I request Dr. Kumar Swami, sir, to welcome sir with a floral bouquet. With a great privilege, I invite Charkonda Venkatesh, Member of Education Commission, onto the dais. I request Professor Chandrakiran to welcome sir with a floral bouquet. It is privilege to invite Professor Krishna Chaitanya Garu, Dean of Commerce and Business Management, onto the dais. I request Dr. Vijay Lakshmi to welcome sir with a floral bouquet. Thank you, sir. May I now request all the esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, to raise for national song Vande Mataram, followed by Telangana state song.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Suphalam, Malayaj Sheetalam, Shashya Shamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Shubhra Jyotsanam Pulakit Yamini, Fulla Kusumit Drumagal Shobhini, Suhasini, Sumadhura Bhashini, Sukhadam Varadam
హే తెలంగాణ జననీ జయకేతనం ముకోటి గొంతుకలు ఒక్కటైన చేతనం తరతరాల చరిత గల తల్లి నీరాజనం పద పదాన నీ పిల్లలు ప్రణమిల్లిన శుభ తరుణం జై తెలంగాణ జై జై తెలంగాణ జై తెలంగాణ జై జై తెలంగాణ జానపద జనజీవన జావళీలు జాలువార కవి గాయక వైతాళిక కళల మంజీరాలు జాతిని జాగృతపరచే గీతాల జనజాతర అనునిత్యము నీ గానం అమ్మ నీవే మా ప్రాణం జై తెలంగాణ జై జై తెలంగాణ జై తెలంగాణ జై జై తెలంగాణ గోదావరి కృష్ణమ్మలు తల్లి నిను తడుపంగ పచ్చని మా నేలల్లో పసిడి సిరులు పండంగా సుఖశాంతుల తెలంగాణ సుభిక్షంగా ఉండాలి ప్రతిదినమది తెలంగాణ ప్రజల కలలు పండాలి జై తెలంగాణ జై జై తెలంగాణ జై తెలంగాణ జై జై తెలంగాణ జై తెలంగాణ జై జై తెలంగాణ జై తెలంగాణ జై జై తెలంగాణ.
Thank you all. Please be seated. Every auspicious occasion begin with the blessings of Almighty. Knowledge dispels ignorance, just the light removes darkness. May I request all the esteemed dignitaries on the dais to join for the ceremonial lighting of lamp. May I request the chief guest and the honorable members on the dais to kindly light the ceremonial lamp.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तु ते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रांश्च मतिं स्वच्छां हि मे सदा रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् यस्य तिष्ठे गृहे दीपः तस्य नास्ति दरिद्रता शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय.
Thank you, sir. Please be seated. May I request all the ladies and gentlemen, please, before we start the welcome address, I request all to switch off their cell phones or keep it in silent mode. The success of every academic endeavor begins with gracious welcome. May I now request Professor G. N. Srinivas Garu, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Palamuru University, to deliver a welcome address.
Very good morning to everyone. On behalf of Palamuru University and on my own behalf, I take privilege to welcome the Honorable Minister, Sri Jupalli Krishnarao Garu, Minister for Prohibition, Excise, Tourism, Culture and Archaeology, and Chief Guest of 2 days National Conference on Vision India 2047. I extend my heartfelt welcome to all the Vice Chancellors present today. With equal pleasure, I invite registrars, chairpersons, scientists, academicians, industry leaders, delegates, principals, faculty, researchers, press and media, students, and invitees to this inaugural function of 2 days National Conference on Vision India 2047. A warm welcome to this National Conference on Vision India 2047, integrating science, innovation, and youth empowerment. Palamuru University is proud to host this landmark event, one of the first Telangana and amongst the earliest nationality, dedicated advancing Viksit Bharat 2047 through higher education, research, and youth empowerment. This conference brings together Vice Chancellors, registrars, PM Usha coordinators, officials of Ministry of Education, scientists, premier institutions, industry leaders, startup founders, policy makers, and students across the India. Aligned with the education policy for Telangana 2026, Startup Telangana, Digital Telangana, Atmanirbhar Bharat, Skill India, and Telangana Rising 2047, this platform aims to foster dialogue, collaboration, and knowledge exchange among the academicians, industrialists, policymakers, and research organizations. Over 2 days, we will deliberate on scientific advancements, innovation ecosystems, entrepreneurship, skill development, sustainable development, and higher education transformative role. India's greatest strength lies in its youth, empowering them through quality education, research, and partnerships in fundamental to building a developed, self-reliant, and globally competitive Telangana by 2047. The Palamuru University is established in the year 2008. It serves the rural and urban regions of the Mahbubnagar and adjoining districts. Originated from the Usman University PG College, our journey reflects a clear vision and a committed action. University introduced new regular and self-financing programs catering to the evolving education needs. Friendly environment across 171 acres, preserving the lush greenery while creating modern facilities. In addition to the 5 campus colleges, the Palamuru University have 3 constituent colleges in Gadwal, Vanparthi, and Kolhapur. The university is progressing as a new age regional university aligned with the national agenda for higher education, contributing to the Telangana socio-economic transformation. In the year 2025-26, we started a new engineering college with 3 courses, that is BTech CSC, BTech CSC AML, and BTech CSC Data Science, 60 intake in each. Also, we started a new law college with a 120 intake in LLB and 20 intake in LLM. Currently offers 24 programs across 5 campuses and 3 PG centers. Research is a cornerstone for innovation and intellectual advancement. Doctoral programs are introduced in 9 disciplines. That includes Telugu, English, political science, commerce and business management, physics, chemistry, microbiology, physical education, pharmacy. And about 121 research scholars are actively working under the supervision of the professors of Palamuru University. And registered with Sodh Ganga, Sodh Gangotri, and Sodh Sudh. 10 scholars awarded PhD in the 4th convocation held in October 2025. Now, research projects worth 5 crores completed and 1.2 crores worth research projects are going on. Faculty published in reputed national and international journals their publications and research outcomes and undertake sponsored research from the UGC and other agencies. And in the academic reforms, the Palamuru University implements choice-based credit system and credits-based semester system at UG and PG level. And also, we are implementing a national education policy with the State Council of Higher Education support. Adopted hybrid instruction tools, students encouraged to enroll MOOCs via UG's Swayam portal. And very recently, we have conducted career advancement scheme interviews for the internal faculty for the internal promotion. In that, 4 associate professors are promoted as a professor and 1 assistant professor is promoted as associate professor and 2 assistant professors are promoted as a senior assistant professor. And we implement common academic calendar for both university and affiliated colleges and biometric attendance, CCTV installation, and 24/7 internet Wi-Fi connectivity, both in hostels as well as the academic blocks. Now, hosted 50 seminars and conferences. I have MOUs with the industries and foreign universities like Sydney, Australia for academic collaboration. Students and faculty exchange program we implement, and entrepreneurship, leadership development, and joint research projects in collaboration with the foreign university. Also, we have conducted 7-day FDP organized with a foreign university, that is Notre Dame University of USA. The PG centers at Gadwal, Vanaparthi, and Kolhapur offers 13 programs with a 680 intake. The digitalization of answer scripts with the on-screen evaluation, academic audit cell for standards, college development council for the affiliated colleges. Also, a computerization of examination operations, streamlined functions, standardized procedures, foolproof conduct, timely results, rapid assurance of mark sheets and certificates, enhanced transparency and quality assurance in the examination evaluation system. And a modern campus with academic and administrative blocks, central library, advanced research facility center, science and pharmacy blocks, 2 classroom complexes, 3 auditoriums, integrated sports arena, canteen, 5 hostels for both girls and boys together, and extensive plantation and 100 kVA solar power plant, 5 lakhs liter overhead water tank to meet the requirement of the hostel students and academic works. And also, Advanced Research Facility Center, ladies hostels, vertical extension of academic buildings, synthetic athletic track, and gallery with rooms, and a PG girls hostel, dining hall are recently completed, and they are utilizing for the students' benefit. Presently, about 0.75 MLD sewerage treatment plant and engineering college building, law college building, the boys hostel, girls hostels construction is going on very actively. And in addition to this, we established under PM Usha a Meru component and advanced research facility lab, and in this houses advanced laboratory with sophisticated instrumentation, procurement of equipment in progress to strengthen the advanced research laboratory facilities, which will be useful for the researchers as well as the industries for the consultants purpose. So also equally, the Palamuru University gives importance for the sports, and we have 400 meters synthetic athletic track and basketball court, synthetic mat, badminton court, indoor sports complex, sports gallery, and successfully conducted TGPE set 2025. So in addition to that, campus colleges in erstwhile district Mahbub Nagar PG centers, we have constructed academic block and basketball court at PG College Gadwal, and construction is completed and it is used for the students. And construction of hostels for both boys and girls at PG College Vanparthi are in progress. Also under NSS, we have 110 units with 11,000 volunteers, and they actively participate in mega health camps, special winter camps, sanitation drives, Swachh Pakwan, and say no to plastic, clean and green initiatives, planted about 1 lakh samplings, which made 70% of the university land under green cover. Also, we have Yoga Sangam program on 21st June 2026 with 150 participants recognized by the Ministry of Ayush with the yoga program, and the university also received the certificate from the Ministry of Ayush for conducting this program. On 26 January 2026, on the occasion of Republic Day, Miss Padmavati, NSS volunteer, and Shivaraj represented the university at the 77th Public Day Parade in New Delhi. So, in addition to this, the Palamuru University alumni is very active in various programs and games, and students also will give equal importance to the academics as well as the sports, cultural activities, extracurricular and co-curricular activities. With these few words, once again, I welcome our Honorable Minister, Sri Jupalli Krishnarao Garu, for gracing this occasion as a chief guest on the occasion of inaugural function of this 2 days national conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your warm words of welcome and presenting a brief report about Palamuru University. Now I invite the convener of the conference, Dr. Madhusudan Reddy Garu, OSD to Vice Chancellor, to present a brief report about the conference.
Thank you, ma'am. Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Jupalli Krishnarao Garu, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor J.N. Srinivas Garu, Honorable Distinguished Vice Chancellors, Registrars, distinguished guests, deans, faculty members, students, press and media. Very good afternoon, one and all. It's my privilege to say a few words about this conference. This conference, Vision India 2047, integrating science, innovation and youth empowerment, which is sponsored by Department of Education, Government of India. We are very privileged to receive funds from Government of India, where we have planned 2-day national events. First day will be after inaugural session, after addressing of chief guests and other distinguished guests on the dais. We have a tea break, followed by a plenary talk on NEP 2020, a 5-year journey and holistic development by Sri Gunda Lakshmanji Garu, National Joint Organization Secretary, Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Saikshik Mahasangh, followed by a lunch break. Post lunch, we have virtual plenary talk, which is by Dr. Ashwin Fernandez, Chair, QS India and Vice President. The talk will be from US, followed by a tea break. And next, a panel discussion will be there, where industry and academia interactions will occur, followed by the main track sessions, where there will be parallel sessions. We have actually PM Usha, Meru component universities, who have got 100 crores. Overall, 26 universities have got 100 crores. Grants for strengthening universities, 52 universities have got 20 crores. Grants for strengthening colleges, which have got less than 10 crores. There are around 321 colleges throughout the country. So, parallel discussions will be on this concept, where they will exchange their ideas, followed by a cultural performance, where we are very privileged and proud to present our Telangana state and national culture and tradition. So this will be for first day. Second day, we have panel discussions both at our campus, Palamuru University campus, and here at the venue. The panel session will be on the main theme, that is Vision India 2047, integrating science, innovation and youth empowerment. Followed by at campus, we have PM Usha Works, Meru component works, visit by the panel people. Here actually at 11 to 12, we have a plenary talk on Viksit Bharat 2047, Vision for Developed Nation. It is by Professor V. Sudhakar Garu, Chair Professor at Chanakya University, Bengaluru. Followed by 12 to 1, another plenary talk on Vision India 2047, Role of Artificial Intelligence by Professor Raman Narasimhan Garu, Professor of IIT Chennai. Followed by a lunch break. After that, we have visit to exhibition and innovation stalls. We are very proud that we have got Palle Sujana, where they search and they will expose various talents of rural innovations and incubations. We have a stall from Incarp. We have stalls from Palamuru Biosciences Private Limited, Code Tantra, Genesis, IDBI, etc. And after that, we have a valedictory session, where Chief Guest Sri G. Kishan Reddy Garu would be addressing the session, followed by a concluding remarks and recommendations by the convener. And later, we have a site visit at Kahana Shantivanam interior places, and visit to Statue of Equality, which is around 15 kilometers from here.
Thank you, sir, for presenting a brief overview about the conference. It is now great privilege to invite the esteemed chief guest, Sri Jupalli Krishna Rao Garu, Honorable Minister for Prohibition and Excise, Tourism and Culture and Archaeology, Government of Telangana, to address the August gathering.
Good morning to you all. Professor G.N. Srinivas Garu, Vice Chancellor, Palamuru City, and Professor Altaf Hussain Garu, Vice Chancellor, MGU, Nalanda University, Nalgonda University, Professor Shashikant Garu, Vice Chancellor, Gulbarga University, and Professor Surya Dhananjay Garu, Vice Chancellor, Chakali Ailamma Women's University, and Sri Surendra Prasad Garu, Registrar, Vinoba Bhave University, Jharkhand, and Professor G. Malleshan Garu, Registrar, Chakali Ailamma University, and Professor P. Ramesh Babu Garu, Registrar, Palamuru University, and Sri Dr. Charakonda Venkatesh, Member Telangana Education Commission, and Professor Krishna Chaitanya Garu, Dean, Faculty of Commerce, Palamuru University, and Professor D. Masoor Reddy Garu, OSD to Vice Chancellor and also Convener, and Dr. K. Praveena, Control of Examinations and Convener, and also senior officers of the Ministry of Education, Government of India and Government of Telangana, and all the other vice chancellors or registrars, and also the coordinators of PM Usha, and eminent scientists and industry leaders, policy makers, representatives of R&D organizations, faculty members, researchers, distinguished delegates from across the country, dear students and ladies and gentlemen. It is really a matter of great privilege to address this national conference on Vision India 2047, integrating science, innovation, and youth empowerment. I congratulate Palamuru University for their initiative for organizing this strategic academic conference. This verily aligns with the Viksit Bharat 2047, the National Education Policy of 2020, and Telangana Rising 2047. It's quite gratifying to note that this two-day meet is driven by specific objectives for deliberations by the most thinking minds of the domain. They aim to deliver tangible outcomes for taking forward the aspirations of both the central and the state governments. The theme of this national conference focuses on our goals in greet the centenary of India's independence at 2047. As a nation, we target to transform our country into a fully self-reliant, developed and a knowledge-driven society, backed by the tenets of the innovation and inclusive growth. As we know, the innovations in the field of artificial intelligence, data science, biochemistry, and semiconductors, new and renewable energy, space technology, and startups on these, etc., have become the essential factors determining the shape of our country and the economy. This conference seeks to explore the scientific research and technological applications can be readjusted and unveiled to effectively empower our youth across the country. This conference took up the task of creating new partnerships among differential initiatives of the central government. At the sub-national level, Telangana state is showed to become a $3 trillion economy by 2047. Its trajectory being the balanced and sustainable development. On this, we have raised four pillars of development, that is pure core urban region economy, pure peri-urban region economy, rare rural and agri region economy, and women-led development. These pillars are sure to push a balanced regional growth agricultural prosperity, industrial development, and social inclusion. In the sphere of higher education, our government believes that the universities most excel with global competitiveness as the centers of research, innovation, entrepreneurship, and of community engagement. Universities, industry, and government would contribute sustainability in the growth objectives of 2047, coupled with the empowerment of the youth with real world scientists. As we acknowledge our youth are India's greatest strength, therefore we must be committed to provide quality education, skill development, research opportunities, digital access, entrepreneurship, support at the state level by the endeavoring exactly towards this. My request with all the vice chancellors and all the academicians, whoever is present here, as all of us know, Vikasit Bharat. Bharat lives in the villages. We have to, unless we go to the grassroots of the village level, the basic problems, surprisingly and very sad to say, even after 7.5 decades of independence, still the literacy at the lowest level, in spite of certain achievements, and also the quality is also low. This is one factor. In addition to this, in the recent past, as a tourism culture minister, while addressing the masses, whatever in the general meetings, which were gathered by 4,000-5,000 people, when I requested all the attendees in that meeting, అంటే తెలుగులో ఒక మాట చెప్పాలంటే సంతోషంగా ఉన్నవాళ్ళు చేయొద్దండి అంటే when I asked everybody to raise their hands who are happy, so all the 100% lifted their hands. చేతులు దింపండి అన్నాను. Then again I questioned those who are in debt, అప్పులు ఉన్నవాళ్ళు చేయొద్దండి అన్న. 95% people lifted their hands. సంతోషంగా ఉన్నవాళ్ళు చేయొద్దంటే అందరు చేయొత్తారు. అప్పులు ఉన్నవాళ్ళు చేయొద్దంటే మళ్ళీ 95% చేయొత్తారు. సో దెన్ ఐ అప్రిషియేటెడ్ దెమ్. అంటే ఇన్ని అప్పులు ఉన్నా కూడా ఇంత ధైర్యంగా ఉన్నారంటే ఐ రియలీ అప్రిషియేటెడ్ దెమ్. ఎందుకంటే వై even after 75 years of independence, why the entire mass, 99% are in debt trap? So how can we get Viksit Bharat without addressing, without going into the roots of the problems? Why they are into debt trap? What are the reasons? Because of the three factors. If at all, definitely we have to empower the youth. Ultimately, they are the future of India. They are the builders of the India. They have to shape India. So unless we address their problems, their problem in sense, their family also is one among them. Unless we address we have to treat it as a unity, as one unit. Why they are into debt trap? For basically three reasons. One is because of the private education, or you can call it the corporate education. The first reason. A child has to study for 15 years. If at all they have to for getting their education, one has to become a graduate, means they have to spend for 15 years. I calculated they are spending not less than 50,000 rupees per annum. But if you take it an average, which goes much higher, if you calculate for 15 years, that goes beyond, including interest, that goes beyond 20-25 lakhs. Without knowingly or unknowingly, they are spending so much of money by raising loans. And because of the corporate hospitals, why every hospital, whether private or government, is flooded with the patients. Like a new movie comes, why? If one can spend an hour, 1 hour a day, there is no need, we can avoid 90% of the people going to the hospitals. We are not motivating, we are not inculcating the habit. Because of the technology available, we are talking about the AI, artificial intelligence. But the technology is already there. But the telecom revolution is there. We can make each village, if you take village as a unit, we can, by inculcating the habit of our ancestors, if we can make village as a unit, if they can join them together, they can solve this problem. We can solve the education problem. They can learn. They can become masters in their own village. They can go and live across the world wherever. The basic simple things, but we are unable to organize people. The different, in spite of having so many organizations, having so many institutes, still we are unable to. We have seen certain countries in the world which have got independence very decades later than India got. We can see their per capita incomes. We can see their education levels. Something is wrong somewhere. Unless we organize, unless we motivate, unless we inculcate the habit of bringing them, the thought process also has to be changed. చెప్పాలంటే సంకల పిల్లలు పెట్టుకొని ఊరంతా దేవులాటగా జరుగుతూ ఉంది. ఇన్ని డబ్బులు, ఇన్ని లక్షలు ఖర్చు పెట్టకుండానే we can get the results. So definitely education is the ultimate. Unless we give the quality education, unless we provide the education with the simple, without spending so much of money, one need not roam here and there. We can make every village as a self-sufficient, either in education or health. అందుకే ఇంతమంది మాట్లాడుతూ ఫస్ట్ ఎక్సైజ్ మినిస్టర్, ఎక్సైజ్, టూరిజం, కల్చర్ అన్నారు. ఈ మధ్యలో యాజ్ ఎ కల్చర్ మినిస్టర్ I am trying to shortly, we are going to launch in the name of Prabhata Beri. For all these social evils, for inculcating the habit of the reading or the restoring the values or the principles or the courage and all this, in the name of Prabhata Beri, we are going to launch a kind of activity whereby we have already taken the advice from the literary people, and also the in different art forms, and preparing some short films, skits by propagating, and also with the social media, and also through the art forms and stage performances. There are many social evils are there. The government alone cannot root out these evils unless we motivate the parents, women groups, farmers groups, and also the stalwarts like you people, unless you also take this as a challenge. All the educated people, all the professors, whatever is there, including the politicians. So, ఆ మార్పు తెస్తేనే we can achieve this Vikasit Bharat or Vision 2047? Definitely, it's not impossible. In addition to whatever this conference took place, definitely I appreciate these kind of these kind of conferences should take place, but involve people. We have to take it to the grassroots level also. Unless we involve all sections of the society, then only it's possible. ఇప్పుడు ఈ యొక్క సైన్స్ను టెక్నాలజీ ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రపంచం.
So they are not separable. There is no need to integrate. They go together. They go together. If they are not going together, there is something wrong with the education system. Every student in the classroom is a unique sample. Every teacher in the classroom is also a unique sample. If my neighbor is a middle class person and I am also from a middle class person, we compare with each other and run the show. We plan our life that I must run faster than my neighbor. But education is not like that. Every student in the class should be handled independently. Teacher cannot say that my job is over, today I delivered a lecture for 45 minutes and whoever has grasped it, he will shine, and whoever has not grasped it, he will not shine. If that is the case, there is no need of any of the remedial coaching. But today we are giving importance to remedial coaching. I am sorry to say that even in the postgraduate education level, there is a need of remedial coaching. This is very bad. There should not be any need of any remedial coaching at the PG level, because he is crossing so many levels. School level, +2 level, +3 level, then he comes to university level. So therefore, there is a need to fine-tune our policies. Policies of running the education, policies of integrating the education with other parameters. But whether you integrate with other parameters or not, empowerment is automatic. If you have science learning, or if you have learning, if you have learning, you have innovation. Learning creates innovation automatically. Maybe the third person is not able to recognize the innovation in that particular mind, but there is innovation in every mind. So there should be a teacher who can recognize the innovation, identify the innovation in the mind of a student. Then only he is a proper teacher. That is the reason there are so many ways to recruit teachers. There are so many ways to recruit teachers. Just interview is not the way. Written expertise, oral, demo, other skills, so many things we see. But skill, we are talking today about the skill. But inherently skills have been learned by everybody. But today there is accountability. This is the best thing in our education system, is that accountability. But in the accountability means creating the records. Making the records. It is not creating, it is preparing the records of what you have done. But in preparing the records, probably we are wasting our actual time that needs to be spent with students. We are thinking that our job is only from, there is one great sentence is there in our acts, even in the central government also. A university teacher has to work a minimum of only 5 hours in the college. But on the whole, he has to work for 40 hours in the university. I think there is some mismatch, because our college hours are only 36 hours on paper. 5 hours means you can come 1 hour late and you can go 1 hour early. Why that freedom to a teacher? Why that freedom to a teacher? He can as well prepare by sitting in his staff room. If needs, he can refine in the library. If needs, he can spend some time with weak students by sitting in the staff room, invite the student and then interact with him, counsel them. Therefore, there is a need to fine-tune. Why a labor should work for 8 hours and why we should work for 5 hours? People say that we are preparing at home. You see, I am talking about one spectral line in a broad spectrum. University system is one spectral line only. So therefore, don't generalize my statements. Why should not a teacher should reside on the campus? Why a freedom for a teacher, of university teacher? There can be a freedom to a school teacher, but why there should be a freedom to university teacher to stay outside 50 kilometers, outside 100 kilometers every day, coming to university and going to? Don't they know that they have they have applied for Palamuru University when notification came that the university is 110 kilometers away from Hyderabad? An example I am taking you. This is the situation. There are some parameters which needs to be fine tuned. So for that, there should be a debate at different levels, at the state level. And because you need to integrate the science, already integration is there, but you want to improve the integration between science, innovation, and the youth empowerment. Youth empowerment is the automatic result, outcome of education and innovation is the empowerment. So without taking much time, these are the few ideas. So this will be taken care by people who are responsible sitting here, and thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable insights about the education. And I think the value of quality education, which is very, very important for the Vision India. Now, I will invite Professor Shashikant S. Udikar, Vice Chancellor, Gulbarga University, Karnataka, to address the gathering.
Thank you. Good afternoon to everyone. I take this opportunity to thank organizers of this 2 days national conference with the target of creating a great vision for India, a 1.5 decade ahead or a century after independence, empowered through PM Usha, a centrally sponsored scheme. Especially my thanks goes to the Vice Chancellor and the Registrar and all the organizers of this university, Vice Chancellors, Professor Srinivas Garu, the Registrar, and one alumni of my university, Rajshekhar, who was persisting continuously to get me here. It's a pleasure to be here. Though I belongs to Karnataka, but I am part of this, the Kalburgi, the adjoining district to this very much district from Karnataka. Until a decade back, we used to be called as Hyderabad Karnataka area. Now we are redesignated it as Kalyana Karnataka area. So a lot of similarities are there between us. But with the pleasure of being Vice Chancellor of Gulbarga University, I am very glad to be here. But really I am confused to admit my Vice Chancellor colleagues, Register colleagues, and different universities what to address in this gathering, because I am less experienced than many of the people who are associated with this PM Usha program. I very recently has joined as a Vice Chancellor, and as the progress report was read by the OSD of this university, Vice Chancellor. He very categorically said 100 crore project under PM Usha has been sanctioned to this university. I congratulate my university fall in 20 crore projects that we call as PM Usha, and 100 crore they call as Meru programs. We also have in our state. But what in nutshell I want to convey, this is a very wonderful scheme developed by the Government of India, Ministry of HRD, earlier called as RUSA and now renamed as PM Usha, to strengthen the research, teaching and all dimensions of education and advancing it. It funds for the conferences like this, it funds for the small meetings, it funds for the lectureship, it funds for the buildings required, it funds for the equipments required, whatnot. But my request to the coordinators and the other vice chancellors, through these conferences, send a message to the central government that they can take another dimension, funding human resources also. Many universities are lacking the funds. They have got everything to implement, but no people these days, and many universities suffer from those. And through that, an empowerment to the youth can come. So I just recall from the ICAR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, few decades back, they created altogether a parallel scientific arena by temporary engagement, serious engagement rather. So serious engagement of PhD fellows has to be there in different capabilities through PM Usha. So they can sustain, they can contribute, and they can join the future. This is my humble request, who can make it really to convey to the concerned. And integrating science and culture, art, as just now Professor Altaf sir disclosed, it's already integrated, and we don't know when they have been departed. Who can say cooking is clearly an art or clearly a science? Our mothers, grandmothers used to cook very nicely without learning anything through books. They have learnt for their elder generations, and they have excelled those skills, and those skills have been transferred into the food science and getting patented these days. So they are only giving new version, Likewise agriculture also, agriculture skill and other things, and we are only creating new jackets. Of course, we are enhancing the dimensions, taking the new developments from the sciences, more understanding, the what biotechnology, AI and other things. AI will give the applicability, biotechnology will give the understanding more. The new horizons are giving opportunities to enter into the minute details of each art, culture, science or whatever. So my another submission for the policymakers, including it applies to myself also as the vice chancellors. We have to break the boundaries of this art, science, commerce, business, BBA, medical, agriculture, like this. So by making the students to choose certain faculties, we are imposing some unwanted things on him or her also. So a person may be interested in physics as well as economics also. So once he wishes to go to the science, he has to forget his interest in economics or commerce. And later on, we advise him to manage himself financially better. when you become an engineer or a doctor or something like, how can he has to rely on someone else? So that is how the best and best universities in the world are, or the best education systems are flourishing and really surviving or really making their countries and the new generations better. So these boundaries have to be broken. And skill, I just next come to the skill. So what exactly the skill means? Now, through the making the people to learn skill or skill oriented and what, and now you make the people have to learn what we are forgetting best, the musical skills, the painting, art, fine art, dancing, singing, what not. But in very short a decade, who will get, who will, whether we are getting the people to teach them, they have been already declined. The skilled people who are having, they are vanishing. We don't have them. We don't have them. Then how the skills will survive? So they have to be revived. My humble message to the people who have gathered here is think, rethink, and apply your minds how to make them the skills to revive at the grassroots levels. Maybe in the other sense, Honorable Minister spelt those things only. But I'm just adding an essence to it. Skills have to come. Otherwise, we'll have to teach the skills only through PPTs or the old photographs or old videographs. So skills are to be protected first. Now, every skill has to be protected first. And unless and otherwise, the present generation, if they need very essentially, or if they won't take an interest, they won't learn anything. They won't learn anything by forcing them, by making a syllabus or other things. What exactly syllabus means? These things. I should not speak so, but exactly whenever we sit for making a syllabus, 90% time we aim at competitive examination. This has to be there, this will be asked, and this has to be taught. They should know these things. Where we lose the skills? There only we are losing the skills. Making the syllabus has to be not just for the examinations, it has to be for the jobs which are available, which are not fostered much, and which are to be tomorrow's jobs. Every decade, the opportunities of job, the trend of jobs, or the dimensions of jobs are getting changed. So these have to be. So I just would like to give an example. If I take 10 class or an expert, say editor, an expert media person, or expert writer, or expert journalist, take one semester having students and make them to every day teach the skills of editing, he won't do or she won't do. She may pass with or he may pass with 100 marks or 90 marks or something like that. But in 2 hours or 3 hours, whenever you want to make a reel, whenever he want to make a YouTube, whenever you want to make a small presentation, they will learn the skill of editing. So the self-involvement is very much important. Through such programs, all these things have to be fostered in the education institutions, the highest level of education institution, universities, Indian universities especially, has to be there. With these few words, and again with wholehearted thanks to this university staff, I conclude my speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your brief address. I acknowledge the presence of a speaker Shri Gunta Lakshmanji. Sorry, sir, we are running late. And also, I acknowledge the presence of Professor S. Ramachandram, former Vice Chancellor of Osmania University. Thank you, sir. We conclude the session with the vote of thanks. I request Professor P. Ramesh Babu Garu, Registrar, Palamuru University, to propose vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to everyone. Respected President of the conference, Sir G.R. Srinivas Garu, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Palamuru University, Honorable Chief Guest, Sir Jupalli Krishnarao Garu, Honorable Minister, members from Education Department, distinguished Vice Chancellors, senior officers, eminent scientists, policy makers, industry leaders, PM Usha coordinators, principals, faculty members, research students, distinguished delegates, members of media, and ladies and gentlemen. It is my proud privilege on behalf of Palamuru University to propose the vote of thanks at this conclusion of this inaugural session. At the outset, I express my profound gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest for delivering an inspiring and thoughtful, provoking inaugural address. Sir, your insightful reflections on the role of science, innovation, higher education, and youth in shaping Vikasit Bharat and Telangana Rising 2047 have set the perfect tone for this national conference. So your vision and guidance will undoubtedly inspire all the participants to translate ideas into meaningful actions. I express my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor G. N. Srinivas Garu for his visionary leadership, unwavering commitment, and constant encouragement for making this prestigious national conference a reality. His dedication to promote academic excellence, innovation, and institutional growth continues to inspire the entire Palamuru University. Our sincere appreciations goes to the Ministry of Education, Government of India, for supporting us in hosting this national conference. I extend my heartfelt thanks to all the Vice Chancellors, Registrars, PM Usha coordinators, principals, and all the faculty members. Your presence reflects our collective commitment to strengthen higher education, research, innovation, entrepreneurship, and youth empowerment. I place on record our sincere appreciations to all our resource persons, panelists, moderators, and session chairs who have graciously agreed to share their expertise and enrich the deliberations over the next 2 days. I also acknowledge the dedicated efforts of our Conference Advisory Committee, Organizing Committee, faculty members, officers, teachers, and non-teaching staff, student volunteers, media representatives, and each and every individual who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the smooth and successful organization of this event. Finally, I thank each participant for your valuable presence and active engagement. I am confident that the deliberations during this conference will greatly meaningfully recommend foster new collaborations and contribute significantly to strengthen our higher education ecosystem. With these few words, I once again express my sincere gratitude to each and everyone. Thank you very much.
Sir, I request all the guests to be seated on the dais because we are waiting for our Vice Chancellor to join for the Fill Station program. I request all the guests to be seated. I request on behalf of Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor P. Ramesh Babu Garu, Registrar, Palamuru University, to felicitate our guest on the dais. I request the Registrar of Palamuru University to felicitate Professor Altaf Hussain, Vice Chancellor, Mahatma Gandhi University, Nalgonda. I request the convener, Dr. Madhusudan Reddy Garu, and the Registrar, Palamuru University, to felicitate Professor Shashikant S. Udikar, Vice Chancellor, Gulbarga University. I request Registrar to felicitate Professor Surya Dhananjay Madam, Vice Chancellor, Veeranari Chakali Ailamma University. I request Registrar and the conveners to felicitate Professor G. Mallesham, Sir, Registrar Veeranari Chakali Ailamma University, Telangana. అయిపోయింది. I request the Registrar, Palamuru University, to felicitate Professor Shashikant S. Udikar, Vice Chancellor, Gulbarga University. Thank you, sir. Request Registrar and the conveners to felicitate Sri Surendra Prasad, Registrar, Vinoba Bhave University, Jharkhand. I request Registrar and the conveners to felicitate Professor A. Jayalakshmi Madam, Registrar, the first woman Registrar of JNTU H, Hyderabad. She being from Palamuru, we are very happy to see you on the dais, Madam. I request the Registrar and the conveners to felicitate Professor Krishna Chaitanya, Sir, Dean. Felicitate Professor Krishna Chaitanya, Sir, Dean, Faculty of Commerce, Palamuru University. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I request the conveners to felicitate our registrar, Palamuru University Professor Ramesh Babu sir. The chief convener of the conference, Professor P. Ramesh Babu garu. I request Altaf sir to felicitate our registrar sir. Thank you very much, sir. We will close the inaugural session. All the esteemed guests are requested to raise for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. Jai. Thank you. We will break for tea for 10 minutes and I request all the dignitaries to join in the same auditorium for the next plenary talk on NEP 2020, 5-year journey and holistic development. The tea is served in front of the corridor of this auditorium. As we are running late, I request all the dignitaries to join within 10 minutes for the next session. I request Sri Gunta Lakshman ji to join for tea. We regret for the delay, sir. Shortly we'll start the session within 10 minutes.